Okay, we have a few details here to show you on the Katoku variable speed machine. A little more detail, and I'll show you some of the intricacies and the functions of the various items. Here we have the variable speed, which is from 100 to 6,000 as you turn this machine on and turn the dial clockwise. You increase the speed to 6,000 if you so choose. You really don't need that speed unless you're buffing. You sure don't want to grind at that speed. It's just a little too fast. So this control is unique to this machine, and there are very few machines on the market that will allow you to do variable. Second, we have the belt holder, which will fold down and is very handy for storing your belts as you're changing belts. Next, we've got a high-intensity light that is on a magnet. This is a magnetic system, and you can place it wherever you want. Very powerful light. It hooks into the back of the machine, so you don't have to have another outlet. This light runs off of this power source. Next, we have the belt changing mechanism, which consists of one lever that is pushed down to remove the belt and allowed to spring up by itself. So when I want to put a belt on this machine, I just push down on the lever and pop the belt on. Okay, and now the tracking, which is critically important on a belt machine, is right here. You have the tracking device that you just turn one way or the other to track your belt where you want it. Very critical, very important. And thirdly, we have a little dial here which allows you to raise the platen that sits under the belt or lower it. For those of you who want to do a convex edge and require a slack belt, you would turn this little dial and drop your platen. This will give you a slack belt, which will allow for convexing or extreme curves. So that is a very simple thing. You have two extra dials here that remove and can function on the guidance system. The guide system itself, very easy to use. The degrees that the knife is going to run at are controlled by raising and lowering this guide with this dial. So if I want to change my angle, all I have to do really is turn this and it will change the angle on the knife edge. Right now it's set more or less at 20 degrees, and this knife will go right in here and function at 20 degrees as I go from one side to the other. 20 is the most popular, I'd say 17 to 20. When you get into custom-made folding knives that run $2,500 and up, they're not as thin on the cutting edge. They're going to be about 25 degrees. So you can control that right here. Very simple operation to handle. The guide itself, the clamp is very efficient. The only time I don't like a clamp is when I have a very small pocket knife. You don't need it. Your belt and your light is going to show you when you have hit your cutting edge. The machine itself, 14 pounds, pretty self-explanatory in its operation. There are a few options like the leather belt and an additional chisel system that comes with it. You'll figure that out when you get it. And there you have a complete package. And at 14 pounds, you can't beat it.